Welcome to Coast Game Essential Podcast, episode 16. We hope you all had a good Independence Day holiday celebration. I'm your host, MKGUY. With me, I got my boy, Mr. Money, Mo Money. I got a money, he got money, Mr. Money.
Hello.
With me, I got my boy, Moose Dusk.
Hi.
The cameraman, Boss Dre guy.
Hi.
And my boy, the almighty K-Lyric Corgon 117.
How are y'all doing?
By the way, if anyone ever actually responds to that question while they're listening to this with a "I'm doing great," I'm gonna question them.
I won't. They're just saying hi to the boy Corgon. That's all. Don't question our viewers, you jerk.
I'm not questioning the viewers, I'm questioning the listeners.
Or listeners.
Anyway.
Either one. Or readers. Who cares?
Welcome to episode 16. Again, we hope you all had a good holiday week.
I didn't.
I was just about to say that.
It happens. But it's alright. We're here. Let's talk about some video games. We're in July. We just finished up the E3 coverage, but believe it or not, now we are actually on the countdown to Gamescom. I know things will be very fast, but Gamescom will be in about a month already, which is when we'll see even more game reveals and things like that. So we're going to have plenty of news, I'm sure, leading up to that. In the meantime, we have to talk about the present. And the present, well, there is only one thing, considering we're recording this on a Tuesday night, almost a Wednesday night for Bruce Dusk, and we are going to start with the PlayStation Store update like usual. So, without further ado, let me get into that PlayStation Store update for you guys, and this is the update for July 8th, 2014. So, let's start off with the PS4.
Man, we're getting
Another
old.
World 20th Anniversary Edition. It's also known as Out of This World. Pioneer action platformer game that released across more than a dozen platforms since its debut in '91. On the years, Another World has attained cult status among critics and sophisticated gamers alike. You can pick it up on PS3, PS4, or Vita for $7.99, and it's cross-buy. Also on PS4 is Mousecraft. This game says, discover an epic tale of a crazy scientist who is striving to unlock the potential of a mysterious mouse-powered machine in this clever puzzle adventure. In Mousecraft, players help a group of mice in their relentless quest for cheese, guiding them to their goal by stacking different types of tetraminos along their path. Mousecraft combines several elements of classic puzzle games to create something completely unique. It's also cross-buy for $14.99, PS4, PS3, and
Gotta get that cheese.
Taylor.
Yeah. Get them cheeseburgers, man.
On PS3, The Wolf Among Us Episode 5 released today for $4.99, or if you already got the season pass, just go and download it. Le Tour de France Season 2014 released on PS3 for $50. I didn't even know they made cycling games.
Oh, yes, they do.
Yes, there is a cycling game. I can name one man that won't be in that game. Armstrong.
Hey.
One Piece Unlimited World Red released on PS3 for $50. That's a adventure game based off of the very popular anime One Piece, the everlasting One Piece that's been going on for years and doesn't have an end in sight still. There's no way I can catch up on that. Sacrateric Hiss of Death. It's $11.99. It released on PS3 as well. It says, there exists love so strong it can overcome the most powerful evil. In this game, this love is born in the heart of a woman who sets out to rescue her fiancé from a supernatural force that feeds on human suffering. Guide her as she explores visually stunning mystical dimensions in a bid to reunite other lovers and weaken the grip of the entity. And then there's Another World and Mousecraft, again, cross-buy. And then on Vita, um, nothing but the cross-buy games, Another World and Mousecraft. Demos, they released another Thief demo, Thief the Lockdown demo on PS4. And then on PS3, Naruto Shippuden, Ultimate Ninja Storm Revolution demo. If I still had my PS3, I would play that. PlayStation Plus, you're really not getting a whole lot this week since they released all the free games at the same time now. The only free thing you're really getting on PS4 this week is Blacklight Retribution PlayStation Plus pack, whatever that covers. It's free. And then there's just discounts on DC Universe stuff, and then there's a 80-cent discount on Another World.
Woohoo!
The Thief digital bundle has dropped $20 in price, and then all the Assassin's Creed 4 DLC seems to be on sale, along with the DC Universe stuff.
Now that's the good stuff.
Other add-ons are just One Piece add-ons. Dynasty Warriors, that's PS3. Dynasty Warriors on Vita has add-ons. One Piece as well. Is One Piece on Vita too? Or they got it listed on both. It could just be a fail. I think that's just a fail on Sony's part. PlayStation Blog. PlayStation Vita Pets has a free DLC, the Princess costume. And then app updates, we're looking at Amazon Instant Video Crackle, which had an update. Daily Burn, HBO Go, MLB TV, Netflix, Redbox Instant, and the WWE Network. That pretty much covers the PlayStation Store update this week. So not a big update. The other thing I did forget to mention is that you can now pre-order the Destiny Digital Guardian Edition, which is the digital special edition for $90. It comes with the digital copy of the game. You get access to the Vanguard Armory and Emblem pre-order bonus, an exclusive Ghost Shell playership, and player emblem and reservation for 2 upcoming Destiny expansions featuring all new storylines, new cooperative and competitive activities, and new weapons, armor, and gear to earn. And this edition of the game costs $89.99. And then you can pre-order Oddworld New and Tasty, which is a game I've been looking forward to a lot for like the past year. Oddworld New and Tasty is the HD remake of the original Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Completely remade the PS1 game to look great on the PS4. You can pre-order that. However, I was very surprised with the price of the game, to be honest with you. It's $30.
What a steal.
No, that's not. We're talking about a PS1 game remake. I love the game.
Still, what a steal. Stop.
I mean, the game is quite long, but yeah, I'm still gonna pick it up regardless. If you pre-order that one or Destiny, if you pre-order any one of those games on the PlayStation Store, you're gonna be able to download the game starting midnight. Well, it says here you can play the game on July 22nd starting midnight Eastern time for Oddworld. So that's when that comes out. So I finally have a release date for that game. It comes out in a couple weeks, actually. Or is that next week? No, it's a couple weeks from now. So a couple weeks from now, Oddworld New and Tasty will be releasing. I will definitely be picking that up. If you pre-order on the PlayStation Store, you also get an all-new, never-seen-before section of the game, available at no extra charge if you pre-order it. If you don't pre-order it, then you'll have to pay DLC for that. So I'm going to pick that up for sure. Yep. So, and that, ladies and gentlemen, does cover the PlayStation Store update. So now moving on here, we're going to switch gears a little bit. Just some news I know we haven't really been able to cover since we didn't do a podcast last week.
Sorry about that. A little busy last week, but yeah. Things happen.
We like to call it holiday weeks.
Yeah, that makes it sound like we're really busy. Well done. Okay. We were really busy last week. It was holiday week.
Really quickly here, I would just like to add out that Child of Light is now out on PlayStation Vita, so if you haven't played that yet, and you want a good Vita game to play, you can definitely pick that up on there. Some information released today, thanks to a job listing in Japan, like a blatant article. There's a new Hot Shots golf game in development for PlayStation 4.
Oh boy. Yeah.
No other details have been really released about that yet.
Golf.
I myself love Hot Shots Golf, so
I'm a huge fan.
Actually, Hot Shots Golf was one of the games I played the most on Vita, actually. Especially at launch.
'Tis what you say.
Good stuff. Also, Gran Turismo 7 has been confirmed to be in development. It will not release this year, but it will most likely release next year. I'm sure the guys that make
what a year after
for joy after hearing that. I'm sure they're probably like, really, Sony? You would let us know that you're making Gran Turismo 7? No, yeah.
And then they also announced that bundle with Drive Club too.
Yeah, and speaking of which, there is a Drive Club bundle that's going to release this fall. It does not come with the PlayStation Plus edition of the game. It naturally comes with the actual
real edition of the game.
You know what I'll be getting?
There's just not much about it that just sticks out. It just seems so... it's just a racing game. There's just nothing about it that just really grabs my attention.
They haven't even gone into detail about like what makes this like a special, like what makes this.
Right, all they've shown is just the stuff we expect.
Hold on, have you guys seen the article? Them talking about that they're not going to be using the PS4 camera, even though they kind of showcase that while they're playing the demos of the game.
About that? I don't hear about that. I didn't even know they were using the camera at all.
Remember when they were showing like the real photos and whatnot, and like they were trying to do some burnout type thing. Yeah, but
well, either way, it sounds like that ain't the final game, so
yeah, I
need to look it up now.
But the only thing I really know about Drive Club is supposed to be an all-connected world, and there's dynamic weather.
And they've pushed all of it, but they've barely gone into detail about what makes the social aspect so great. Like they said, players can like create their own clubs to race online, but it doesn't really sound that unbelievable.
Look out for the Coast to Coast Club, by the way.
The Coast to Coast Club on that.
The Coast to Coast Gaming Club.
Maybe it's just maybe that's why they are putting out a Plus edition. Maybe they feel people actually need to play it to understand what makes it so great. I don't know.
That could be.
I'll
obviously give it a shot since it's gonna be free.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna knock it without trying it.
But, I already think it's it's pro because we're getting it for free.
Part of it.
Yeah, that's part. Actually, that's kind of like 80% of the reason why it's pro. I don't know what the 20 go, but all right.
Well, either way, we'll see later on this year how it all shakes out.
You don't have a choice but to really try it. It's free, and it's one of the Sony's. So,
yeah.
Just
no choice.
No, it looks pretty.
Right. Yeah. But then Gran Turismo's probably gonna look even better.
Oh yeah, Gran Turismo's gonna blow it out the water. But that's what I was getting at. Like I'm sure Evolution Games is probably.
Where's that competition though? Grid 3.
Well, their competition. Well, Because that's the thing, because Drive Club is a driving sim, which is what Gran Turismo is, and they're both Sony exclusives.
Actually, I don't know if Drive Club's really much of a sim. It actually looks a little bit more like Need for Speed style racing, honestly. Because like with Gran Turismo, you have to brake perfectly at the right angle in order to take a turn right.
Yeah.
In Drive Club, from the demo footage I did see at E3, it looked like you could, swing into a turn at like a bajillion miles an hour and smack into a dude using a
That's a lot of miles per hour.
Yes, it is, Boost. I don't know, it's exaggeration. Anyway, it looked like it.
So you can drive like money.
It was a bit more like arcade.
Dang.
Fast driving. But
yeah, so you can drive like money.
So you can drive like money. How do you know how money drives?
Hey.
Don't money drive like a grandpa?
I drive like a grandpa. Get off the road, you damn young whippersnappers.
A specific quote for
you talking about real life?
I think Money has said this exact quote before. I think he said, "I just take my time and I get to where I need to go."
Hey, I be pulled over, let alone get
myself as well.
So
you can laugh
think
at
about
it all
that
you want
next
until
time
you
you
get that
compare your
ticket.
driving skills to me, MK.
Nah, I got pulled over for bogusness, and you know it.
Bogusness. That's what they all say.
You've been pulled over.
Nah,
been in an accident.
Nah. Who gets pulled over for an illegal turn at a stop sign? That's before you make a turn. Like, who does this?
Hey. Apparently that policeman thought that it was not a
that's
good
the kind of cops
thing
they need in GTA. Give people a reason to get some stars.
Oh, God. All right, we're getting off topic here.
We are. But, yeah, so there's a Drive Club PS4 bundle, so if you're really hyped for that game and you don't have a PS4, or if you're walking through Best Buy, and that's because I'm almost certain they're doing that because the game looks really good. They're probably going to try to cash in on it looks so good, people are going to just pick up and buy the bundle.
Mm-hmm.
But, we'll see.
Yes, indeed.
They're also cashing in on The Last of Us, which the Last of Us bundle.
I know one fellow that's getting it.
Money's best friend in the whole wide world.
Yep.
Yes, I said worlds.
Worlds.
Money's best friend in the whole wide world.
BioShock probably will never join us for a podcast, folks, so don't expect that. But if you get on that Last of Us online and you see BioShock online, you might want to just go ahead and rage quit. Especially if I'm in the same room. That means you're going to get destroyed. But, hey.
Nah, don't be scared, folks. They got to get used to the 60 frames.
I can second that. There you go.
By the way, The Last of Us releases in about 3 weeks.
Yep. I cannot wait.
A screenshot released of what Joel looks like on PS4, and I must say, I'm very, very, very happy to say that it's Tomb Raider-like, meaning like how good of a job they did. Yeah.
Oh man, I can't wait.
To be like I said, if they're gonna do, I don't know what technical difficulty there, by the way.
Yeah, that was a strange one. Boost does. We better stop and check it. He's still with us. Boost does. He's still with us?
Yeah, I'm here. What happened?
Okay.
You need to hire a new camera guy.
Oh, for real? Alright.
Yeah.
We'll see who'll be recording the next podcast.
Fun.
I got it.
Alright, there you go. Well, it looks like this is my last podcast, people, so I retire and
We're gonna replace a Boss Dre guy with a Boost Dusk guy. There you go.
I'm gonna create an account just like that. Boost Dre guy.
Now I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, there we go. Pretty much what I was getting at is like I've said it before. If you're gonna do a definitive edition of a last gen game, please put in the effort that like Square Enix and Naughty Dog did with Tomb Raider and The Last of Us, because that makes it worth buying again. So, or picking up for the first time instead of paying, because like what's stopping someone from just picking up The Last of Us for $20 on PS3 now? So you got to do a good job, and like Beyond Two Souls is still rumored to come out sometime this fall for definitive edition.
Yeah, that game I don't think I could be out for a second time.
Yeah, like me, I've never played it before. And
well, for you might want it, but I've played it. It looks more than good enough on PS3 for me. So,
especially that game, those kind of games can really use all the power of the PS3, considering you don't have to do a whole lot.
Yeah, exactly. There's just not much to it, so I don't really think that'll look that much better on next gen.
Unless they decide
Could be wrong. Who knows?
They like try out their next gen engine with Beyond Two Souls or something.
Yeah, right.
Didn't Mass Effect did that when they put Mass Effect 2 on the PS3?
Oh, on the PS3, that's right.
Yeah. So I guess that's not out of the question.
Great. Still does look great even to this day.
Here's a funny one for you. I know this is going to be completely random, but so PC users have modded Watch Dogs, and they've replaced Aiden's model with completely naked women.
You know what? Tomorrow, I'm about to go on Steam.
You gotta get that PC version.
Yeah, I'm about to get the PC version.
This guy.
I'm about to mod it.
Pretty much hacked this shit already, but it's worse now because now they've like completely turned like every main character into like women that are completely naked. And
well, that's the PC gaming community for you folks. In a nutshell.
Gotta love it.
Gotta love it. I play PC games every now and then, but I will admit that PC fans are the nastiest of the whole shebang of gamer fans out there.
Oh yeah.
There's some really nasty PC fans out there. Yeah, not to say that everyone is like that. Of course, there are some cool PC users. Heck, like myself, I'm one of them. But yeah, some of them are really nasty.
Why are you fooling yourself, Corker? No, you're not.
I'm cooler than you, Boost Dusk.
What? What?
What?
What? I know you never. What? I know you. What? Alright.
I do want
you probably are. But hey.
Ain't no competition.
I got more tenure on Steam than you, I think. Wait, do I?
What?
I think so.
Whatever.
I think I got like 4 years.
So there you go. You want your horny fix? Go ahead and pick up Watch Dogs on PC and download one of them mods. There you go.
And then go multiplayer and show everybody.
Good time.
I'm about to go mod Sonic Generations and
put naked women as Sonic and everything.
No, I should do that. That would be epic.
That'd be something.
One of the funny comments I saw online when I found out about that mod, they were like, thumbs down for Ubisoft for not having proper boob physics like Dead or Alive.
Oh my god.
Great stuff. Great stuff.
Better alive, always.
All this is happening while people are complaining that there's no women protagonists in games.
Yep.
So what does PC do?
They give you a whole city full of naked women. There you go. Sexism averted. I kid. That is disgusting.
One of the games that a few of us on Coast to Coast podcast are looking forward to, actually most of us besides Lyric and possibly Crazy Kid, I don't know. But Dragon Ball Xenoverse, that's the next-gen Dragon Ball Z game.
Yeah.
That's also made from Dimps. Money, I want to bring this to your attention because I know, and Bruce, you probably know too, but money, here's a good thing for you. So there was a 6-question interview that they just did in Japan, and it's really short, so I'm just going to breeze through it really quickly here. The first question they asked them was, what's the difference with the other fighting games of Dragon Ball? So, like, what makes Dragon Ball Xenoverse different from the other Dragon Ball fighting games, pretty much? Their response was gameplay level. They've taken aspects from former games, providing, of course, some improvements. So rather than novelty comes from the ability to truly interact with the world of Dragon Ball in the story mode. The differences between PS3 and 360 versions compared to the next gen is the obvious ones. Just PS4 and Xbox version looks much better, and you know they have all the share functionalities and all that crap. GT will not be a part of the story in the game. They said the story is based on Dragon Ball Z series, so they're not adding in any GT. Possibly Dragon Ball, but not GT. And probably movies as well. And then also, they're not budging on who the new character is yet. But then they also mentioned that they're going to take a completely different approach to the story because they know we've been playing the same story for years. And I mean, that pretty much covers it. They're actually going to be at Gamescom and then of course Tokyo Game Show. We still don't know when the game's releasing. However, they said it's not going to be as long as we think. So I'm probably thinking springtime next year. So just thought I would share that with you, Money. Because for anybody that's listening to this podcast, if you loved the Dragon Ball Z games when they were in their heyday back on the PS2, the same guys that made all those great PS2 games, so Budokai 1, 2, 3, Tenkaichi 1, 2, and 3, Burst Limit on PS3, all those games, those guys are back now making this game. If you haven't noticed, ever since 08, after Burst Limit, Dragon Ball Z games have been down the tubes, and that's because they just couldn't find a developer to really make those games good. The best Dragon Ball Z game of PS3 is probably the HD collection of the Budokai series from PS2, which is pretty bad. And what I mean by the game is great, the HD collection, but I don't think a HD collection should define the whole series for a generation. So,
tell that to Team Ico.
Got it. But anyway, so I'm glad to see that Dips is back and making the game for sure. I'm myself and I know other stars were excited to see how that game turned out. So good. Then moving on here, we're gonna move on to another company instead of Sony because hey, really not a lot to talk about on the Sony side of things right now. We sort of covered it all already. So we are going to move on to Nintendo. First things first.
Well, hold on. Did you count all of the third-party stuff for the PS4, or? Because there was one more announcement that you missed.
Well, go ahead.
The makers of Borderlands announced their PS4 and Xbox One game today.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, it only happened kind of recently. Like, honestly, before we started this podcast, and yeah, apparently the game is called Battleborn. It's not Borderlands 3 for next gen, but it looks a lot like Borderlands, just with more kind of classic RPG-ish looking characters. Like, there's one character running around with a bow and arrow, but then they also still got the big hulking, soldier guys, because there's another guy that looked like he had a Gatling gun, and then what looked like a wizard in it. Well, yeah, apparently it looks like the game's only for next-gen systems, but it's from the Borderlands guys, and it'll have co-op as well as competitive multiplayer modes. So, but yeah, I love me some Borderlands, so I shall definitely be checking that one out.
Any release window yet?
Not that I saw. Likely sometime next year. If not next year, then 16 then.
Next year, the epic year of just crazy.
Yep. Yes, indeed. If I was to wager a guess, I'd say holiday next year.
That's not a good guess. And you know what? I bet even September or October.
Because I think Borderlands 2 released in either September or October, one of those 2 months. So yeah, that sounds about right. So, but there you go, Battleborn, Borderlands, PS4, Xbox One, PC, no Wii U, sorry Wii U.
Oh yeah, just another company that gave up on Nintendo. It's okay.
Yep. But anyway, now you can move on to Nintendo if you want.
Mario Kart 8 has done really well for that system's fortunes. Really glad for that. Hopefully they continue that trend so then they won't miss out on games.
Possibly.
You never know. You never know in this crazy world.
Yep.
But one of the bigger games, at least of this month, that's released so far is actually only on Nintendo platforms, 3DS and Wii U. That Shovel Knight. That game's been getting some pretty stellar reviews. I think I mentioned it in the last podcast, but I just wanted to bring it back up. Just because people are still talking about it, and it's supposed to be a really, really good game. It was a Kickstarter, so people are asking for other platforms, and they're just saying, like they don't want it to be an exclusive because, they're a small company and they're missing out on money that way. But they're also a small team, so you got to give them some time. But then again, I don't give excuses anymore after seeing No Man's Sky, so I'm just saying, because No Man's Sky looks pretty epic. To be honest with you guys, Nintendo really these past couple of weeks have been fairly silent.
Yeah, they usually are more silent until they're ready to talk. Remember, this is the company that likes to announce Nintendo Directs 2 days
before it happens. Yeah. On a side note, there's a petition out to get Destiny on Wii U, which actually I don't put it past Activision to put it on there eventually, to be honest.
Yeah, if anyone would, it'd be Activision, I'd say.
Activision posted games on PS3 and 360 as well, so it's probably not too difficult.
It could run just fine on it, I'd imagine.
Yeah, so if anything, if there's any petition that I'm sure that may happen for Nintendo fans, it would probably be that one. Just because it is Activision and they tend to put everything on everything anyway. So
it would just depend on if Nintendo plays nice with them as far as DLC goes, just because Destiny sounds like it'll be a pretty evolving game over many years, and
yeah,
and so I don't know if I don't know, just with the way that a lot of companies have kind of been with DLC on the Wii U. I just wonder if that would maybe give them problems, such as like what happened with Batman Arkham Origins.
Yeah, but or maybe.
All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
So you remember how Bayonetta 2 comes with Bayonetta 1, right, Lyric?
Mhm.
Well, come to find out, they finally announced how that's going to work. So if you get a physical copy of the game, you get a separate disc. So you get Bayonetta 1 on a separate disc. I think that's pretty cool. If you get it digitally, don't worry, you still get Bayonetta 1. You just get the digital code to download Bayonetta 1. So
I figured as much.
So
well,
good stuff. well, yeah, I know, but hey.
All right, there you go, folks. You get the Bayonetta 1 on disc or on download. If you want that game. I don't.
Also, Bayonetta 2 has an online mode that has you wagering halos that can be transferred into story mode. But they haven't gone further into that yet.
Once again,
but Nintendo is embracing online now. About time.
well, not yet. They still don't got an online co-op platformer.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's when they're truly embracing it. They're truly embracing it when they have an online co-op Mario or something.
And
then
they do that, then I'll be convinced.
It's rumored. Well, I'll also be convinced if the online mode in Zelda is actually true. But,
yeah, that's true.
Yep. So you go with that. Also, something else I forgot to mention really quickly here. Wait, Mighty Number 9 got a second crowdfunding campaign for what?
A second one?
For bonus content to be added to the game. You're kidding me. It's like this dude got $4 million and started another Kickstarter because he wants to add more content to the game. And people freaking leaped out. And, now, Inafune is
Mega Man fans.
Mega Man fans. Hey, I love me some Mega Man. I don't believe in paying to see a game made that I want to play. Like, that's not my job.
Yeah, but to each their own.
Yeah.
People
and again, I guess I probably would do it if Sonic was about to like die. I'd probably fund the whole game. I mean, not really, but
you'd try to help out.
Yeah, I would definitely try to help out. Back what I was going to get to. Couple things. First things first, staying with Nintendo. Nintendo, they're usually pretty keen on not supporting Evo for some reason. But this year, they're an official sponsor, and Smash Brothers is going to be there. And Evo starts this Friday, so if you want to check out some new Smash Brothers stuff, along with seeing some people play the good old GameCube, check out some of the live streams of Evo starting this Friday. You can check those out on IGN and other websites as well. And going back to Sony real quick, Japan's first half of 2014 sales have PS4 and PlayStation Vita well over 600K each. And the number one game on PS4 in Japan is, drumroll, Knack. Knack is still the number one game on PS4 in Japan.
What the hell would be?
It is not Infamous. It is not Killzone. It is not Ground Zero. None of that.
How does it would be Killzone? I was expecting Ground Zeroes.
No, it is Knack. Knack by a long shot. As a matter of fact.
Well, again, it was bundled though, so I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it came bundled.
Nothing
has taken it off of its throne yet.
Yeah.
the neck. The 360 actually managed to outsell the original Wii finally in Japan after all this time.
Mm.
By 100 systems. Pretty much, so the 3DS sold well over 1 million units the first half in Japan. The 3DS just kicks ass everywhere. The Vita was actually in second place. That's good for the Vita.
Yep.
The PS4 sold less than the Vita in Japan, but it still sold double the amount of the PS3. The Wii U was in fifth, PSP was in sixth, 360 seventh, and the Wii was in eighth. And then you look at the top 10 sold video games in Japan. Number one was Yokai Watch on 3DS. Dragon Quest Monsters 2 on 3DS. Kirby Triple Deluxe on 3DS. Mario Kart 8 on Wii U. Pokemon X and Y on 3DS. That game is still top 5 over there. Puzzle and Dragons on 3DS. Mario Party Island Tour on 3DS. You get what I'm getting at of what company runs Japan. Knack on PS4 is number 8. Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme on PS3 and Dark Souls 2 at number 10.
I remember there also really haven't been that many, releases on PlayStation.
I'm surprised Dark Souls 2 didn't do much better over there in Japan.
I don't know. Japanese is a very strange market. Not gonna lie.
That is true. Games you would think they would be out to, they don't be. That happens.
Instead, they buy stuff like, what was that game called, Money? My Little Sister. I can't believe My Little Sister is
Wind Waker HD was outsold in Japan by My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute.
That is too good.
Beat Wind Waker HD.
Vita.
When Wind Waker first came, like its first week.
I want to import that game just to see what it's like.
Now, for the first half of the year, this is the first half of the year, so every system that was still being manufactured for the first half of the year, the PSP was still number 1, but that won't be on the list anymore because Sony discontinued it. So in Japan, the PSP is going to finish up with 19 million. The 3DS will take the first place spot. That has 15 million. The 3DS has outsold the Wii in Japan. I did not know that. The Vita should be closing on 3 million. The Wii U is closing in on 2 million, which is still, that's more than double what the PS4 has right now. So at least they're doing something right over there. Change once actual PlayStation games Japanese want to play come out. The 360 sucks in Japan, but we're not going to get into that because they don't care about Microsoft over there. Even though I will say Microsoft is trying really hard this time with all these Japanese games that they have coming to their system. We'll see how that goes for them. Wouldn't that be something if they actually did break into that market?
That'd be very good for them, that's for sure.
It would be. That would also mean we would probably get a lot more variety of games on there.
Yeah.
Permanently.
Right.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Also, new Dragon Age Inquisition. Am I saying that right?
Yeah. Dragon Age Inquisition. Yep.
Yeah. New story and gameplay details emerged straight from BioWare today, actually, in a Q&A session. So,
I still need to try and beat the first 2 before I can comment on it.
I never even played the first 2.
I still got my game of the first one. I'm thinking I might just flip it to easy and try to blow through that game. It's hard to go back to it. The mechanics of that game have not aged well, but Inquisition looks so good.
I mean, all they pretty much said was, like, there's going to be a mini-map. You can choose custom plot points, and quests can be marked as the active quest to help guide your travels and adventures. It's a big open world. I can't believe they made this a headline. There will be a weather system. Snow, rain, and
Yeah.
dust storms. Wore fancy clothes. Yeah. So lots of customization stuff. Everything you would expect to see in an open world. And then there's some YouTube videos out. The game does look very pretty. I haven't played a Dragon Age game. I know Lyric was talking about picking this one up, maybe. But
I just want to get through the first two, so I at least know the story for this one now. That's another thing. Or at least, I know they say you do, obviously, and they always say that you don't need to play the first two, but I'm one of those people that can't watch anything or play anything unless I see where it started from more than this.
I'll never forget I had a buddy that played Metal Gear Solid 4, and it was his first Metal Gear game he ever played. And to this day, I was trying to figure out, like, how the hell did you figure out what was going on?
Yeah, that would be pretty darn challenging. Not
I know quite a
I
few
mean,
people that did that though.
I mean, I
Like
guess
they
I
Did
can
they actually know
understand,
what was going on, though?
but I mean, you
they
can
didn't know
understand like the
everything.
concept of it, but like some of the, yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah,
some
there's
stuff
A
that
lot of the
don't
heart
make
from that
sense.
game came from the fact that you feel like you've grown up with Snake throughout all of his adventures. It felt
Yeah.
so like, yeah, I couldn't really play that. Imagine playing
Like
that without.
I'm sure like when Snake ran into like old friends, for instance, in that game, I'm pretty sure it seemed like a
They had
big
no
deal to like
idea.
us. Yeah, like it was a big deal to like us. Like oh, we ain't seen you since like Metal Gear Solid 1 or 2. But
Like
then
Sonny,
like
everyone that was like that was probably like, why the heck is this little girl on this military ship?
yeah,
Cooking eggs and talking about sunshine.
man, them eggs were the best graphics ever on PS3.
That was the weirdest thing in that. I just skipped those scenes. I did not understand those at all.
Where's that definitive edition?
And I played all of them. But I didn't understand them eggs. But
I
oh
did love
well.
me some Metal Gear. Phantom Pain needs to hurry up. I know what I'll be playing next summer, assuming. I'm just hoping that game comes out like the same time MGS4 did. But
Yeah, that game will definitely take up quite a few days, if not weeks, if not months of game time.
yeah,
But
it's gonna suck next year. I'm just like there's a lot of great games next year, and it's like, man, those epic campaign playthroughs and moving to the next one will get it in for a lot of people.
Yep.
Honestly, that's what I've become now, to be honest. But just I don't know why. I guess I've been that way for like a year or two now. I don't know. I just played a campaign once, and I sort of feel like that I know what the game is, and I move on.
It depends.
You know.
Some games I play only once, some games I play like a maniac.
I mean, I feel like the Uncharted series,
over and
for
over
instance,
again.
like I feel like the Uncharted series, like if you play that game once, like that's really the best. Like your first playthrough is always like the best experience of that game.
Until you get to that multiplayer.
Well, no. I'm just talking about the story.
Yeah, but that multiplayer.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the multiplayer. But, yeah.
Uncharted 2, launch multiplayer, still the best multiplayer I ever played.
Well, yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, the story modes in Uncharted, like, your first playthrough is, like, the best one. And then after that,
Oh, yeah.
why,
Although, anytime I play part 2, I'm still in all left in awe of that campaign. That campaign still blows my way.
Where's that definitive collection? I love that series so much. I would probably get that at some point. Maybe not at launch.
I wouldn't get the definitive collection if it was like how they are now. But if they announced there was definitive edition with Uncharted 2 at launch, yep. Yeah. That's all they would need to say, and I'd be pre-ordering it pronto.
So with that, I would like to say it is time for the Blues of Death segment of the week.
That's right. It's your time, boost, shine.
Alright. So, up to that section of the week where we ask, what game have you been playing this week? So, I'm going to start off with Corgan, who is the leader of the party. What have you been playing this week?
Well, I've actually been playing Soul Sacrifice with you, Boost Dusk. Again. Pretty fun. Soul Sacrifice. I finished up Final Fantasy X on the PS3, so I started Final Fantasy X too. And I've been playing the show. That's about it.
Alright.
Hey, Lyric actually playing a sports sim. I still can't believe it.
Hey, that show game's pretty fun. Not gonna lie.
Will you get MLB The Show 15 though?
No. I only get one sports sim per generation for every sport if I do get it.
Per generation. You won't even get on an every other year rotation?
Nope. Once per generation, that's all you're gonna get. Unless you announce some ridiculously amazing thing that just absolutely blows my mind.
Okay, I got something that's gonna blow your mind right now, and you'll pick it up. Ready? The Car Mechanic Simulator 2014 is 66% off, and it costs $6 on Steam. I know you out.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, good luck with that. I'll be out to that Goat Simulator first.
Sorry.
Which I did purchase.
Really?
Did you really? How was it?
Yeah, it was how much was it? How much was they selling for, like $3 or like $5 somewhere?
It was on
Steam during that sale, the summer sale.
It
is really epic.
I do still want to play that game. Not gonna
it's really epic. Actually, I had played it when it first came out because, you know, I'm a pirate. But
of course you are.
No.
No, this
really
folks,
epic.
we do not condone pirating on the side.
We do not condone pirating games.
Yeah, pirate music. I ain't going.
Anyway, let's move along with your section.
Screw you. Anyway, MK, what have you been playing this week?
Well, I've been playing some 2K. I played 5 minutes of Murder Soul Suspect and never touched it again.
You went into the light.
Yeah, I went into the light and literally never touched it again. And the platinum, like on PlayStationTrophy.org, like the platinum is ranked 2 out of 10. They're like, just one playthrough is all you need. And I just can't find it within myself anymore to suffer through that shit anymore. Like, I used to be able to do that like 4 years ago, but now, man, I just got done saying I've become a play the campaign and leave type of dude. Like, I don't know if I can handle that anymore. My trophy hunting days may be over. And then on Steam, I've actually been playing Shadow Warrior, which is a first-person action game with guns and swords, and I like it a lot. Actually, it's really cool. If you do have a can play some Steam, pretty good pick. Yeah, that's all.
All right. Anyway, have you?
I've played Souls 2K. I don't even know. 5. Played a little bit of that. Yeah.
You know, money, like, there's still some fans hitting me up, speak more, man.
Money's
corner, man.
Hey, well, my subject, I have my input.
What? But like impatient with you, man. With your great words.
Since with me.
Madden.
Madden. Or Metal Gear.
Or Metal Gear. Anything else? The Bloodborne.
Bloodborne.
Yeah, that's true.
Star Wars Battlefront.
I'm just letting people know now. We are going to do when we get closer to the season, we are definitely going to do like an NFL special episode. We have to. We have too many fans. We have too many fans within the group to not do it. You have to talk about Michael Sam again later. I'm sorry. Yeah.
It's a gaming podcast, not a sports podcast, you jerk.
Oh, well, that's how we related to Madden.
Well, let me tell you. Let me just sum up Madden. You bought last year's version? Congratulations, you got this year's version. Done.
So not true. So not true, because that last version is a PS2 game. At least this would be a PS4 game.
It'll be the same as last year, just slightly better graphics.
Nah, it better be much better
Well,
graphics.
that's the case.
Why didn't we have a special for MLB The Show? Why? Because you know what you're getting. It's a baseball game. Same can be said for The Last of Us.
Oh no, come on, man! I ain't even get to finish, man. Come on.
That's one game, and plus it's the best game of the last generation. So,
yup. Sonic Generations. That's why it's called Sonic Generations, because it's the best game for generations. Get it?
And no, it's not just prettier graphics, it's also a better frame rate, so suck it.
Wow.
That multiplayer.
Oh my gosh.
Don't understand.
Hey, the frame rate helped out the Tomb Raider multiplayer. It's still nasty, but it's not like the nastiest.
It's still nasty, yeah, but an actual well-designed multiplayer like the last one.
It's all your fault. Talking about
What
games.
did do nothing.
Nah, you said the keyword games, and that's when everybody gonna go off topic talk about some bullshit. Nah. No. I ain't finished yet. This is man, I ain't get to finish.
Go ahead, Boost. Go ahead.
Shut up, Corgan. Man. Alright.
No.
Okay. So Monty, what have you been playing this week? Oh, you gotta turn on your mic. We're not gonna read off whatever you write. So.
Yep. Yeah, he's doing, but he hasn't said a word. So.
Oh yeah, that's another game I've been playing. I'm on Dark Souls 2 right now.
You've been playing Monty?
No. I didn't know he was in here. That was
Mike is kind of screwy. He'll try.
Oh,
go ahead, Monty. Talk to the people.
Give it a go.
We're with you.
Oh.
Hello,
Monty.
You are clear to talk.
Mic working?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I'm with Crazy GTA, and it was kind of getting it in, let's say. Yeah. So.
People don't know that terminology.
It's screwing up. It was doing the money. It cuts me off. It started making static noises. That's not the money. Yeah, so
GTA? That's it?
Well, what games have you been playing, Monty?
I bought a GameCube, and I got WrestleMania 19 and Smash Brothers.
Yeah.
Good game. I've been playing GTA, and I've been playing Pokemon. So that's it.
Alright.
He about to get them Budokais on GameCube.
I've asked on Twitter, maybe the fans can help out. What is the best Dragon Ball Z game out there?
Well, the best one you got to pick up on PS2, but the best one on GameCube would be Budokai 1 or 2. That's all they made.
But I heard 2 kind of sucked.
2 was good. People just don't like the story mode.
But I actually like it.
Yeah, I did too when I was younger, but yeah.
So did I.
They didn't even include it in the HD collection on PS3.
That's when you
That's
know.
just laziness. Look at DMC. They included DMC too.
Alright.
How much would that HD collection go for PS3?
What's up, Monty?
How much would that be on PS3, the HD collection? How much is it still going?
Probably at like $15 by now, pre-owned. I mean, it only cost $30 when it came out.
Yeah. So you could probably find that for even cheaper, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you get Budokai 1 and 3. That's a very good collection for sure. The only gripe that I would have, even the soundtrack's still very good, but it's not the original soundtrack because the guy that made those soundtracks got sued for sampling too much stuff.
So
Watch out.
Yeah, but I mean, like you wouldn't even know it because like you never played the games. So, like, I mean, the soundtrack is still great, but like I just know it's not the original. But I mean,
Is it like the anime or is it its own thing?
what the game?
Soundtrack. The
Oh,
soundtrack.
the soundtrack? No, it's its own. It's its own. They made their own music for the games. The game itself, Budokai 1, pretty much takes you through the DBZ story, pretty much the whole thing except for the last saga, and then Budokai 3 does the same thing except it goes all the way through some of the GT stuff. So
Might have to check that out.
yeah, it's a very good collection to pick up on PS3, and it should only cost you like at the most $15, I would say. Actually, you know what? I would recommend you doing that rather than picking up the original game on GameCube.
All right.
Unless you really want to play Budokai 2, then you would pick that up on GameCube because you don't got a choice. But yeah, and with that, ladies and gentlemen, see Monty, like if you were here the whole time, we could have had this discussion.
wait, Boosta still.
We had to have this discussion during my segment, right? You know what? I'm not even gonna do the segment no more, man. This is really ridiculous. I'm not even gonna do this no more.
The Boost Dust segment just always sparks more conversation because the Boost Dust segment is the best segment.
Yep.
It's our only segment.
And it is our only segment.
No, we got the PSN segment, PSN store. We got the gaming news segment.
We got the intro at the segment.
The intro and the outro. Speaking of which, Monty, you are actually working on a project for the website. Is that something you want to share with people, or do you just want people to stay tuned about that?
Just say the title. I'm working on the, could be a controversial article. It's a top 10 most iconic items and weapons in gaming history. So, you know how people usually are when they see something, you know, that they like and it's not on there. So,
oh. We're personal opinion only. Take no offense, folks.
I ain't even get to say what you know what? I ain't even get to say what I was playing this week. You know what? It ends off there because I just got cut off like 100 million times.
Oh, and I've also been playing straight.
You were talking, dude.
Oh, I also played Skyrim the other day.
I did too.
Well, I've been playing Pokemon Pro Skater HD on Steam as well.
Forget it, man. I'm being disrespected right
you know what Boost does?
Nah.
Hey, Boost Dust, what were you playing this week?
Nah, Corey, no, I'm tired of this, man.
I was playing.
I'm gonna say my deuces now.
GTA.
Later. I'm out.
And Soul Sacrifice, that's it.
Soul Sacrifice with Lyric. Alright. Well, since Boost is going to take his turn.
We still love you.
We do love you, Desk.
No homo.
We're talking about the character.
Exactly. Like Ellie in The Last of Us.
Yeah. Clever. She is bisexual.
So is Volgan.
No, he's not.
So are certain people.
He only likes it one way, money. There is no getting out of that.
He likes Eva.
Yeah, he likes torturing her. He doesn't want to do anything else.
My question is, will video games ever have a video game where the main character is like a straight up homosexual and you just do very like homosexual things to people?
Oh.
Like
it's gonna happen.
Like a star character. Well, you could kind of already create that with Mass Effect, but
yeah. I have a feeling it's gonna happen eventually. I just wonder which company's gonna do it first.
Mass Effect.
Not Nintendo.
I bet it'll be BioWare, honestly.
Does Big Boss count?
What's up,
no?
Does Big Boss count because of Peace Walker?
Oh, you know what? I forgot about that side mission. That was just a for fun side mission. That was a really big.
Oh, are you saying the dinosaurs aren't real?
That was a twin.
The dinosaurs.
I'm just saying there's audio for in Ground Zeroes.
Well, you know.
You know there's like audio porn in Ground Zeroes. Listening to them freaking diary tapes. Anyway.
You don't know. It's just noise. You don't know what's actually going on.
Man, talking about my skin is glistening and shit. Anyway. Hey,
I don't recall that statement.
Hey, that is the Kojima way. I don't know.
I think I'm
Phantom
I
Pain
don't
should
recall
get
that
it in.
statement.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna listen to that tape.
If you think that's bad, just wait till we get them audio tapes about Quiet.
Wait till we get them special dusk tapes in the game, that DLC.
Alright.
Thank you for listening to Coast to Coast Game Essential Podcast, episode 16. Again, I know we took a little break again. We will not take another break. Sorry about that, but you know, Independence Day happened and Lyric graduated and lots of things. So we're a little busy. And by the way, everybody needs to give a round of applause.
I still need to get that Second Son review.
Now he has plenty of time to do the Second Son review, which you can check out when he posts it
I'm gonna
on the
open up my
website.
computer. I'm gonna freaking finish that up tonight, right now.
There you go.
Yep.
He's gonna finish that up.
It.
He's gonna post it on the website. That's right to the bottom right corner of your screen if you're watching the video, because Monty has posted the link to coast2cgc.com. Go ahead and check that out, and you can see Corgan's Infamous Second Son review. You can also see Monty's top 10 list, also his Metal Gear review, and our E3 plans never really happened, but still happened. And you can also check out all of our previous podcast episodes and this podcast episode on our website, along with other posted forums as well that we are still going to be getting to very, very soon. And actually, I'm going to post something on there as of tonight as well. So,
I'm inspiring people.
You are inspiring people. But I was inspired by the Max Payne. But that was years ago.
Of course.
So check out our website for all that stuff. We are also on iTunes. We are also on SoundCloud. We are also on YouTube, which is where you will find the video edition of our podcast every week. Again, thank you for all of our listeners. Thank you for all of our followers. Thank you for all of our fans that have really stuck with us. We have well over 4,000 visits on our website, so we're really excited about that. We're probably more than that now, because that number was about 2 weeks old now. So good stuff on that. Keep checking us out on N4G as well. Going to get hits on that. The more hits we get on there, the more chances, if you're fans of the show, the more chances we get of earning new fans when we get ranked up higher on N4G as well. So we appreciate it. And again, we're going to get back to doing this on a daily basis. As you guys do understand, though, we're in that time period where gaming news is sort of slow, but there's always something to talk about. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. In the meantime, I'm MKGUY. With me, or signing off with me, I got my boy, Mr. Monty. Bye. I got my boy, Boost Dusk.
No shows.
I got my boy, a Boss Gray Guy.
Don't be like that. Come on.
I guess
Okay. I would thank my mama. I like to thank
Guy. Oh my goodness.
I'm signing off. A little tired. Sorry.
With me, I got my boy, Mr. Money, Mo Money. I got a money, he got money. What money? I don't know, but it's money. Mr. Money. Goodbye. And I'm going to just keep adding more stuff to that every time. And then I got, last but very not least, my boy K-Lyric Corgon. What's up?
You remember, if you ain't getting The Last of Us at the end of this month, I pity you.
That was one of his weekends. Hey, Alert is a little bit rusty. This is why we can do this every week.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Man. With that, we'll be back here next week. Check out our website. We're actually going to have some posts up this week besides the podcast. I promise.
You promise everything.
I do promise a lot, but I promise this. I promise this time.
Promise. You hear that, folks? Promise.
Yeah,
That's double the promises.
Yep.
That's double the promises and triple the guarantee. So just keep that in mind.
That's like the Scott Steiner math right there.
I think if we can queue up the link to the infamous Scott Steiner promo, we should do that in our description if we can manage that.
Why don't we just play on the podcast?
No. We don't have enough time.
I think we have plenty of time for Scott Steiner.
We will play it in the next podcast, Monty. How about that?
If Scott Steiner came and he said, "I want to be part of the podcast," would you say, "No, we don't have enough time"?
No, I'd let him on the show.
Oh.
You know what, Monty? That Scott. How about this? That Scott Steiner promo can be our intro next week.
I would love that.
Yeah, all right, good. No, I didn't promise that one though. Thank you for listening to Coast to Coast Game Essential Podcast, episode 16. And again, thank you guys, and we'll see you next week. Monty finally turned on this mic. We missed you. Moose Dusk, you can shut up. And everybody.
Oh.
I know you ain't talking about me, you. Alright. You.